Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Uncommon Sense podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Foltz, and in today's video, I will be going over what happened in the the elections here in Virginia a few days ago, and kind of my thoughts on what happened and why I think things turned out the way they turned out. Um, I was just reading here this article from CNN about why things turned out differently than they did in the last election in Virginia, and one of the key takeaways from this article is that they pretty much blame. I mean, not blame. The whole article is pretty much about how it's white people voting for Youngkin, who voted for um, Northam in the last elections, and kind of it's white women's fault, which is pretty funny. That I think that white women was trending on Twitter, which is really funny. But I think, in my opinion, this is what happens when when the only thing that you have is um, the other side is racist, and you have no ideas, because I mean, let's be honest, Democrats have no ideas. They know they don't have any ideas, so the only thing that they can actually say is, well, the other side are a bunch of racists. And that sounds well and good, except for the fact that it's not true, obviously, and it's a very what is the word I'm looking for here? No, it's a very dumb argument to make. Like, it's a very stupid argument when your answer to everything is, well, the other guy's a racist. So when in fact the other side is not, because the lieutenant governor is a black woman, and what is the attorney general is Cuban American. But those don't count for us. We can't use that. Those are traitors to their race or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me, because two of the three people who were running on the other side were old white men. So you can't sit here and tell me that the Republicans are the racist ones when we put out two minority candidates, and your side only has one, and that's only because she's multiracial, and obviously I don't have a problem with that, but she although she did claim to be Afro-Latino, even though it's only on one side of her family, but I digress. Um, pretty much this whole article is saying that white people are the reason why Glenn Young can won. But I mean, Terry McAuliffe's white. He's whiter than Casper the Ghost. I mean, so I don't understand how that makes any sense. What happened was, Terry McAuliffe pretty much said that parents shouldn't have any say in what goes on in their kids' education, and if you don't agree with him, then you're racist. That's basically what he had. But that's all he has. He can't win on anything that he actually is trying to put forward, because he doesn't have anything. That's why the only thing he has is racist, 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 Donald Trump, racist, racist, Donald Trump. I don't know if Democrats know this or not, but Donald Trump is not the president right now. It's Joe Biden. It's their guy. I don't understand the obsession with Donald Trump. He's not here. He's nowhere to be found. Not nowhere to be found, but he is not in this race. your guy's in this race. Now, what I would suggest is he starts coming up with some good ideas, which he won't, because let's be honest, everything the Democrats propose is 90% of it is trash and won't work on paper, and it won't work in theory. So I mean, I guess to their credit, the only thing they can do is point at the other side and say they're a bunch of racists, even though obviously it's not true. I'm still trying to figure out how if Terry McAuliffe gets to call other white people racist, and that's fine. But we have actual minorities on our side, and whether they're Uncle Toms or coons or sellouts or whatever. How come only one side is the true side? And you're not allowed to go against that. That doesn't make any sense to me. There's there's that doesn't there's no individuality about that at all. Do what we say, or else you're not part of us. You know, I'm sure that there's people who have the same skin color as me who have absolutely nothing in common with me, and I'm okay with that because I don't live my life based on what the color of my skin is. That's superficial. It's on the outside. It's like I don't live my life based on the fact that I have brown colored eyes or black hair. That is just something about me. It has nothing to do with my personhood. It doesn't it doesn't say anything about what I bring to the table. And I know that flies over a lot of people's heads, but I mean that is what it is. And sometimes I get kind of discouraged because you want people to understand where you're coming from, and you don't want people to make excuses for themselves because you know that they are capable. But at the end of the day, you know, not everyone wants to be a winner. Not everyone wants to overcome anything. Some people really like, you know, being a victim and whining and complaining all the time. Because it's easy. It's easy to complain and whine and blame someone else for all your problems. What's hard is actually getting in there and actually trying to